there, my name is Stella. I'm a professional makeup artist, brow technician, and PMU artist based in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to my channel. I'm really excited about today's video because I'm finally starting a series that combines two of my current passions, and I'm calling it... This series is going to combine two of my current passions, beauty and makeup, which you should already know if you know me. But what's new here is K-drama. Yes, I joined the club, I got on the bus, I drank the Kool-Aid, whatever you want to call it, it has happened, and it has happened in a big way. I love it here, by the way, and I don't want to leave. In fact, recently, I think last year, I would say I became a K-drama addict. Like, I started off as a fan, and then last year I became an addict, and last week it got even worse. How did I measure this metrics, you might be wondering? Well, I'll tell you. I ventured outside the safe confines of my usual TV subscriptions in search of a particular K-drama. I finally found it and I watched it. Last week, this whole thing got even worse because I went and found a brand new subscription, guys. I paid for another subscription just for Asian TV. You've probably guessed which one it was. I now have a Viki membership, guys. Yeah, we're in deep. And we love it here. So in this series, I'm going to be playing in makeup while talking to you about some of my favorite K-dramas. This one, I'm going to start off with one of my favorites. This is the one that made me go searching outside of my usual subscriptions. It's none other than Lovely Runner. Lovely Runner is one of the most talked about K-dramas of 2024. It's one of my all-time favorites, definitely my favorite from 2024. And in fact, Time magazine agrees with me. Yes, so this is a reason all by itself. But anyway, let's get into it. We're going to play in makeup while I tell you why you need to see Lovely Runner if you haven't seen it already. Lovely Runner is a time slip romantic comedy following the love story of Im-sol and Sunjae, played by Hye-yoon and Woo-seok. Im-sol, our female lead, is a huge K-pop fan. She's a wheelchair-bound K-pop fan who is devastated when she finds out that her #1 K-pop bias meets major tragedy, okay? So while she's rushing to the hospital where he's being treated, she stumbles upon a time machine. Yes, a time machine. And when she finds herself in the past, she sets out to change the past in order to prevent the tragedies that they both face in the future. Her journey going to the past, trying to change things to make their futures better, is essentially what the whole drama is about. Lovely Runner is a romantic comedy. It's definitely my spec, like it's 100% my spec. These are the kinds of dramas that I love. They're the ones that I gravitate towards. If there's ever a choice, these are the kinds of stories I would choose. So it is a light, bright, romantic comedy. So if, like me, you like bright, colorful, light-hearted comedy, even though this story does have some, heavier storylines to it, it's essentially a light, bright, romantic comedy. So if romantic comedies are your thing, you're going to like this. Also, if you like comedies, you like this as well, because there are very many points where they make you laugh out loud. Sunjae's father is a hoot. Im-sol's grandmother, really funny. Even her mom, there's so many hilarious moments in this drama. If rom-coms are your thing, you'll love it. If comedies are your thing, you'll love it as well. Reason number 2, Lovely Runner locks you in from the very first episode. Now, this is not common with K-dramas. There are very many K-dramas, even dramas that I've thoroughly enjoyed watching, that don't succeed in doing this. I need to watch 2, 3, sometimes even 4 episodes before I decide, okay, fine, I can actually finish this one. I remember watching King the Land, which I really liked, by the way. King the Land is half the reason I became a K-drama fan in the first place. But I really had to sit still and sit through the first 3 episodes. The male lead didn't smile till episode 4 or so. So yeah, being locked in from episode 1, it's not common. It doesn't happen all the time. But with this one, it absolutely did. And I think part of what made that the case for me is that I went in blind. I'd seen some funny clips online, but I didn't know it was time slip. I didn't know anything like that. So by the time the tragedies were hitting me one at a time, I'm like, wait, we need to see more. We need to know where this is going. And since this was the first drama I was watching outside my usual subscriptions, that was actually necessary, because if it was slow, like some other dramas that I've survived, I definitely would have logged off and not finished the drama. But that wasn't the case here. From episode one, you're locked in, you're invested, you want to see what's happening, you want to know, like, is she going to be successful? What's going to happen? What does this mean? So when does she go back? How long does she have? Like, you really, episode one, you're locked in. Now, this reason may not be important for everyone, but it is important to me. An attractive male and female lead. Listen, I get that this is not everybody's cup of tea, but K-drama for me is an escape. I'm not looking for reality. I'm not looking for realistic. I'm looking for beautiful. So having a male and female lead that are nice to look at definitely helps. It's coming together. In case you're wondering, this is my very quick fix. This is me doing my makeup in a hurry, by the way. So like I mentioned before, our female lead is Kim Hye-yoon, nice to look at. And our male lead, brothers and sisters, behold, Woo-seok. This man is gorgeous. He's 6'4". He started out as a supermodel, like major fashion shows and all, and then broke out into acting from there. Guys, just look at this. Behold the beauty that is Woo-seok. This beautiful man invaded my timeline last year. Like, it was just impossible. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing him. He was just everywhere, and we're not complaining. I haven't seen either of these two actors in a K-drama before this. This was my first time seeing them on screen. The female lead I know is in Extraordinary You with my beloved Rowoon, but I digress. So she's super cute as well. Super cute, not only in her face, but in her stature. She's so tiny. Woo-seok, I mean, I don't want to fill this whole video with his image, but you get where we're going with this. They did really well. I think their acting was great and their chemistry was really believable. Apart from the two leads, there are a lot of other supporting actresses and actors that did really good as well. I mentioned before that the male lead's father was a hoot. Her mother was great. Her grandma was so cute and great. I love how they gave her like little parts with very heavy meaning. You will catch a number of familiar faces in this one. So maybe actors that I haven't mentioned by name, but if you're familiar with K-dramas, you're probably familiar with female lead's mom, male lead's dad, even the female lead's best friend. You may have seen her. I know she was in Alchemy of Souls and a bunch of other dramas as well. But generally speaking, I think the cast did a really good job. I don't think there was ever a time I felt like, oh, the acting was off or I noticed anything like that. I think everyone did a really good job. In fact, even the villain in the story was so convincing that when I saw him in like behind the scenes, like when they're doing press promotions for the drama, and I could now see him as a normal person, I remember being like shocked, like, now you read this. It was actually, I think everyone did a great job in terms of the acting. The fourth reason, now that I think about it, maybe I should have led with this reason, but Lovely Runner is a beautiful story. It's a beautiful story made even better by how well it was told. The storytelling in this one is top notch. Like, it was so beautiful. The way they laid out the story before us, it was really good. Like, for example, there's times when they would show us a scene, which we would ultimately see many times throughout the drama. The first time we saw the scene, for instance, like there's this epic scene where Im Sol meets Sunjae on a bridge and he puts his umbrella over her. Are you even in a romantic K-drama if the male lead hasn't put an umbrella over you? Of course. So he put an umbrella over her and everything. And in this, the first time we see that scene, we're seeing it from Im Sol's point of view. So we can hear their voices, but then we can also hear her thoughts. So further down in the drama, they show us the same scene again, only this time we see it from his point of view. And that just adds so many new layers and nuances to the story, like things we hadn't noticed, things we hadn't noticed before, things we had no idea of before. That just brings them to light and it's so awesome. Or instances where they're showing us a scene that has happened before, they would kind of show us Im Sol like in the original timeline. So the timeline she's trying to change. So they would show us how that happened first, before going back to time traveler Im Sol to show us her now working to fix things to make the ending better. And then there's the ending. We finally got the ending we deserve. K-dramas are very notorious for, you can sign up for a romance and they'll go and kill the female lead at the end. Thankfully, in this drama, there was none of that nonsense. We got the only ending that could have been acceptable. It was a beautiful one. And again, with brilliant storytelling, the way they unfolded that ending, the way they revealed it to us, it's just so beautiful. Like, there's so many things I can say about this drama. Oh, and then the Easter eggs. There's so many little details that you can very easily miss. This is one of those dramas where the more you watch it, the more details you're going to pick up. Like things you didn't pick up, little details you didn't pick up the first time. You'll notice more the second time. Like how mysteriously close grandma was to the time machine and different details like that. But I'm not going to tell you what they are because I do want this video to be spoiler free. I'll probably do another video where I go into more detail, like we can really gist about the storyline and all the spoilers. I know I set out to give you 5 reasons, but I feel like I'm giving you way more than that, and I'm still going. Then there is the original soundtrack. Oh my gosh. 2 songs in particular from the original soundtrack are just to die for. Spring Snow and Sudden Shower, or Sonaki. So beautiful. Sonaki in particular. In fact, Sonaki has been my ringtone since I watched the drama, and it's still my ringtone till now. It's such a beautiful song, made even more special by the fact that the male lead sings it in the drama. Remember, he's a K-pop idol. So Sonaki is basically a song from his album. And so he sings it and performs it in the drama. It's a part of the story. It's not just like most other soundtracks that is just a song that is played in the background at some point. It's actually part of the story, kind of a crucial part of the story at that. That made it even more special. And then at the Mama Awards last year, Woo-seok actually came in and performed the song. Listen, imagine your favorite actor performing at the Grammys. Not only is he performing at the Grammys, an actor, I didn't say a singer, an actor performing at the Grammys, but he's also performing a song from the movie you loved him from. Listen, Lovely Runner fans all around the world held hands and lost our minds. It was so beautiful. Plus, he looked like this during the performance. It was a beautiful one. It really was. So I would rate this drama a whopping 8.5. In fact, no, not 8.5. I'll give it a 9. Yes, Lovely Runner is a 9. It's a 9. I said it, it's a 9. It definitely makes my top 5 of all time. Major thumbs up. I really, really like this drama. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't think there's anything about this drama that I didn't like. For reference, other dramas you'll find in my top 5 are Crash Landing on You, Alchemy of Souls, The Goblin. You get the vibes. Top notch, all of them. It's definitely one you should watch. It's 16 episodes long, but I didn't feel like it dragged. Like there was never a point where, I wondered why we were still here, or what it was that was happening. I don't think it dragged at all. I know 16 episodes isn't short. I think that's average. And it worked well. It wasn't too long. It wasn't too short. It just worked out well. Like I said before, when I watched this drama, it wasn't on Netflix or Prime Video. I believe it's a Viki original. I'm not sure, but it wasn't on Netflix or Prime Video, hence why I had to go outside to look for it. Now, however, after it's aired, it's now available on Netflix in select regions, including India. Do with that information what you will. Yeah, so that's it for my spoiler-free review of Lovely Runner. It's a beautiful drama. I've watched it a number of times. I'm not going to tell you how many times, but more than once, more than twice. Yeah, it's a really good drama. No regrets. Makes it to my top 5. This will be definitely a drama you'll find in my elite number 1. I recommend it all the time. You might catch me in somebody's comment section recommending Lovely Runner. So that's it. That's my spoiler-free review of Lovely Runner. 5 reasons. Well, actually, I think I gave you way more than 5 reasons why I think you should absolutely watch Lovely Runner if you haven't already. And please let me know in the comments below. Have you seen Lovely Runner? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. And also let me know recommendations, especially if you saw Lovely Runner and you like Lovely Runner, so you're kind of my tribe. So let me know other romantic comedies that you think I definitely should check out, and I'll probably see them next. Until my next video, bye.